A lot of people would ask me, when do you know when to start posting, or when do you know when to start revealing that you're in a relationship? I think this is a great question because most of the time people never know when exactly to actually come out about it. So I think, yeah, let's cover that. Hi, Baby Daddy family. This is your boyfriend, the Alchemist. You're listening to Baby Daddy as a podcast. So, how to change your relationship status on social media, and when to let the world know that you actually have someone in your life. Um, I think this is an interesting question. So, I know this guy who was in a relationship for 2 weeks, and then after 2 weeks, he started posting his girlfriend on his status. And then, unfortunately for him, he later realized that the girl was cheating on him. So, unfortunately, that relationship ended. And then last year, August, on the 2nd of August, I knew a guy who had dated a girl for 3.5 months, and he also decided to actually show his girlfriend on his social media platform. And then a few months later, he told me that his girlfriend was actually cheating on him. So he didn't know whether to actually end the relationship or stay in the relationship and try to fix it. So my advice tonight will basically look at, when is it the right time for you to introduce your girlfriend to the world. And I'm not speaking about your family, right? I'm just speaking about the world. I'm speaking about your friends. Yeah, yeah, mostly your friends. When is it the right time for your friends to actually know who you're dating? So, the one of the fears that most people have, and I also used to have this fear, is the fear of letting people know who you're dating, and then after a few months, the relationship crumbles, and then you break up. And I'd like to say this is a normal thing because you're supposed to experience dating. And that's the thing about dating, is that you're not in a serious relationship. You're just dating, you're seeing someone. You're not married to someone. But that does not give you a permit to sleep around with people a lot. So you can be seeing someone and not be sleeping with them, right? So it's so important for me to say that so that there's no misunderstanding and people will be like, no, the guy from Baby Daddy SA said that I could. No, no, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that you can date someone but not sleep with them, right? And then, so I remember reading a book about hard work. And the thing about um, hard work being revealed, or success being revealed to the people on the outside, as something that just appeared um, as a one time thing, as luck. But the actual truth, the things that happen behind the curtains, are the most important things, right? So you work very hard for years to actually have an opportunity that meets up with preparation, and then on that instant you become very successful, or what other people would call luck. So we come to understand that luck is is very predictable, and we say like it's very predictable because of how much preparation that you put into making luck actually or eventually meet up with you and make things happen for yourself. So I came into the relationship with the same notion that, okay, everything must start under carpet. Then when I say this, a lot of guys are like, yo, you why are you saying why are you saying this, man? You know, the notion of having an undercarpet relationship has been stigmatized, and it seems like something that is really bad, but it's actually something that is really good, right? And we wrote an article about this on our old Facebook page, and I think that I'm going to write another article about that on our website now, on our magazine, and you guys can actually read about having an undercarpet relationship and the benefits of it. So for most guys, the undercover relationships actually last longer than the relationships that are known public, right? So, and the reason behind that is because the undercarpet has a sense of adventure that lies in keeping things a secret, and also, it shields you from being disturbed by other people's comments or criticisms. So people do not have enough power to actually infiltrate your relationship because they have no idea whom you're dating. So it's so important to know that, because what I've seen is that with most guys, what happens also sometimes, um, because it's not always the case that your partner is cheating on you, but because of the comments and the criticism that your relationship will face once it is exposed to the public. People will comment on every single thing about your relationship. So you have to really have thick skin. And the way that you develop a thick skin in your relationship is that you grow the foundation like a bamboo tree. A bamboo tree is estimated to grow 5 years under the ground before it actually sprouts up. So what it does is that over time, in this 5 years, while it's still underground, it's actually laying deep roots, so that whenever it starts coming up and people perceive this as a new relationship, while it's actually been there, and they try to test it with all their negative comments and criticism, nothing actually happens, but it actually builds your relationship to make it stronger. All right. So that's the type of mindset that you want to have. And I hope that answers your question on when to know people, when to let people know whom you're dating, or even if that you're in a relationship. That's the time. If you've been dating someone for 4 years or 5 years, and then if it happens that you actually broke up, it's still fine. It's none of their business. you know it's your life. Live your life, and things happen, and you learn from experiences, and you know exactly what went wrong on that relationship, so you don't really need to blame yourself and hide now your next partner, even though you've dated them for more than 5 years, because of the fear that you might break up and people might criticize you. No, no. Yeah, live your life. As we always say from Baby Daddy, I say thank you for listening, and thank you for sharing this episode if you found it to be very helpful, and thanks for liking on YouTube, and also for subscribing, because now we have a YouTube page. Peace and love.